Hey guys, Lighty here, and today I'm going to be showing you a little build that a lot of people have been playing, probably some sort of variation of it, and it's a Tectonic Juggernaut using Tidebreaker. So it's using the new thing, Tectonic Slam, which is basically like Ground Slam, but it has a tie-in with Endurance Charge consumption that gives it a little bit more damage, and it converts all the damage into fire. So the natural progression is, let's just convert the other half of the damage into fire. So Zoph's Blood kind of just makes sense. As far as gear and links, I'm stacking everything I can that gives me endurance charges. So Chaom's Ways, which are upgraded Chaom signs. Death's Doors boots, which do give an endurance charge. And I have a Corrupted Belt that gives me endurance charge as well. This means I'm sitting at 11 endurance charges with the endurance charges on tree. And the extra endurance charge from getting unflinching. The actual Juggernaut tree looks like an anchor, and this is an anchor, so it all kind of makes sense. You're getting more damage, more mitigation, more res, more everything for endurance charge. It's all endurance charge stacking, just like Tidebreaker itself, which is pretty much just a fat two-hand mace that has a nice little tie-in with endurance charge and melee stun. So once we hit one thing or two things, and then once we get hit, we're always at max endurance charges, basically. The other uniques in the gear consist of Chaom's Heart. As far as the belt, you can pick any belt you want. That's a cheap thing that you're just going to have to corrupt like 20-30 of them. Belt of the Deceiver costs an alchemy. You could also use Bisco's Leash if you just want, and it's just a good target for that. Flasks, I have these expensive flasks. You don't need these expensive flasks. You can just have light flask, a granite flask, but if you got them, might as well use them. I'm sitting at a pretty comfy 7.5-ish K life. You can definitely get more. I have an empty jewel socket there and some shitty ones around, but the tree is your standard kind of two-hand, RT type situation. I have the mace nodes, at least the effective ones. Effective two-hand nodes, same with the pathing. Only thing I pick up that's a little bit out of the ordinary is Lava Lash, but that's because we're all fire damage. As you can see when I hover over my tooltip, it is all fire. Because of that, there's not a whole lot we could do to scale our damage up aura-wise, so I just said, fuck it, let's go Blood Magic. It solves a big problem that these kind of builds have, which is they just don't feel good when you don't have mana issues and all that stuff, so yeah, you can also put in stuff like Vengeance, but I don't really need a whole lot of that. I just need a little Blood Rage, a little Leap Slam action, and then we're good to go. Our links are Tectonic Slam, Added Fire, Melee Fizz, LE Focus, Wed, and then Fire Pen. So let's just go over how the build works. My res at the moment with all these uniques is not capped, but you know what? That doesn't matter, and I'll show you why it doesn't matter in 2 seconds. The second you get your endurance charges up, which is right there, first hit, I'm now at max endurance charges and frenzy charges, ironically. So I'm at 11 endurance charges. I have 87% fizz mitigation. This makes it feel really pretty comfortable, and actual skill itself looks pretty nice. So the playstyle is pretty simple. I just kind of right-click and walk around. You're going to be extremely tanky with 11 endurance charges. Yes, LE damage will still hurt. It's not going to be pleasant, but it's fine overall. Like I'm hitting massive packs of porcupines with little to no regard. Plus you got all these little swirly boys all around you, so it looks nice. If you want to see a more realistic life total, you can just swap off Chaom's Heart. You're still at a pretty comfy 6,000. Plus you can see those nice Maori pecs of my Karui guy. For those Rags to Riches fans, I am on Rags to Riches at the moment, so that is what I've converted my War Chief character into. This Tectonic Slam guy. So it's feeling pretty good, and you should have a Rags Riches episode pretty soon here. So if you'd like to see more gameplay of him, I suggest checking out the next Rags Riches episode. And there's some things I may tweak, I may not. Obviously damage is a concern, but it's not that big of a deal, you know? I don't have to, I can do a lot less endurance charges and run steel rings, but I feel okay. This is what face tanking looks like, if you want to see. You can see my endurance charges go down and up and down and up, but overall I'm pretty much stuck at the same 9+. Even getting hit by things that doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, so I feel pretty safe. Let's try a Zoph Breach to see how that feels. I'm curious if I can just sit there and face tank Zoph himself. Fucking Crab Claw. This definitely is not your standard, like, clear sleeve. It's definitely your kind of like run-of-the-mill two-hand RT tanky build. I think there's not a whole... It doesn't really leave a lot to be desired because it's pretty... You kind of go into this kind of knowing what you're going to be playing. If you want to play a build that feels tanky, it's in-your-face melee build. Can do probably most of the content in the game, but definitely slower. Is it very similar to EQ, Sunder, Ground Slam, Cyclone? Yeah, you bet, yeah. Is it better than them? Probably not. If you're ever interested in doing a lab runner, though, definitely a Juggernaut is the way to go. It's really hard to fuck up playing a Jug in lab. You kind of just sit there and right-click, and everything else will just kind of take care of itself. It's looking like a no. I think he's still majority fire damage. Pop Flask is for sure easier. Is he like bugged out or something? He's just not moving. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that was all about. Yeah, you guys get the idea. It's your standard two-hand RT melee build. Tidebreaker, Jug, Tectonic Strike, Slam, Strike. I definitely did think it was Strike for the longest time, but it is Slam. It looks pretty nice. It feels okay. It feels very similar to Ground Slam. You know, Ellie is better than Fizzlo for conversion, so I guess it's just strictly better. And Jug is better now than it's probably ever been, so it feels good. It looks good. It's not crazy expensive, and it can pretty much clear any content in the game. If you're looking for getting that 40-40 in League, it can definitely get that done for you. So if you have any questions about the build, feel free to ask them. If you've been playing your own Tectonic, Slam, or Juggernaut variants, let me know in the comments below. I'm Lighty, and have a good day.